Welcome to the Prepper Almanac. Thank you for joining us today. It is deeply appreciated. In today's video we are going to discuss 100 best bug-out bag items for a prepper. And if I give you value in today's video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. Here it is, the ultimate list of bug-out bag items. Now to be clear, this is not a checklist. It would be very difficult to squeeze every one of these items into a single bag, nor should you. Rather, it is a list of suggested items from which you could create any number of awesome bug-out bag configurations. There are countless bug-out bag lists on the internet, but since everyone's needs vary depending on who they are and where they live, you're better off coming up with your own list. The purpose of this video is to give you ideas and start a discussion. Let's get started. Communication and navigation. Compass, don't settle for a cheap compass here. Actually, invest your money in a reliable and accurate model. Not too heavy. Emergency whistle. These are included in several cheap pre-made survival kits, but they are actually an excellent item to have on hand for catching someone's attention. GPS device, go with Garmin. They simply make the best GPS devices, without competition. Maps, local, consider having your maps laminated so they will hold up better in inclement weather. Ham radio, a ham radio will be one of the best tools you can use for staying in contact with the outside world. Walkie-talkies. Most walkie-talkies will only reach a few miles, but they would still be useful if your group needs to split up while searching an area. They're not as good as ham radios, but you don't need a license. Fire and light. Every single one of us should understand the vital importance of being able to build a fire in a survival situation. A fire is what gives you many things: light, warmth, protection/security, and the ability to cook food or boil water. And you also need light, such as flashlights or lanterns, so you can travel at night and not spend your evenings in complete darkness. Book light, a mini book light is a must if you brought a book along. Candles, the best thing about candles is how they allow you to create a fire instantly without having to deal with tinder and kindling. Fire steel, a fire steel will produce hot sparks in any weather conditions, even if it's wet. Flashlight, go with an LED flashlight. Maglite is a great option, and are routinely used by military and law enforcement units around the world. Fire starters, cotton balls soaked in Vaseline and stored in waterproof containers, such as straws or Ziploc bags, will be among the best fire starting devices you can get. Fresnel lens. These are great for starting fires or reading small text, and they take up virtually no space. Headlamp, a flashlight attached to your head. What better way to travel at night now that your hands are free? Lighter, a simple Bic lighter is better than nothing, but ideally, go with a waterproof lighter. Magnesium fire starter. The magnesium flint striker is arguably the best fire starting device available, because it will work even when soaked in water. Matches, simple waterproof matches, kept in a waterproof case. Solar lantern, a lantern, like a flashlight, allows you to see in darkness while you are traveling. Food and water. You can survive 3 days without water and 3 weeks without food. However, you'll become extremely dehydrated and feel a tremendous loss of energy after just 1 day without them. Alcohol stove, these are very convenient and easy to use. If you want, you can make your own from a metal water bottle. Camp stove, the solo stove is an excellent option. All you need for fuel are some small sticks and twigs. Can opener, just like water, canned food is a bit heavy, but if you're in a dry area, some canned fruits or veggies could be good because you can drink the water they're packed in. And bring a manual can opener. Collapsible bowls, collapsible means they will be much easier to store. Collapsible water bottle. This would be useful for water you find along the way. Cook set. A basic cook set will take up some space in your bug-out bag, but on the bright side, it will make cooking significantly easier. Fishing kit. Fish are an excellent source of protein, and having the ability to catch them will be a major plus in any survival scenario. Food. The best food for your bug-out bag will be food that is nutritious, long-lasting, compact/portable, and doesn't require freezing or refrigeration. Fuel. You'll need fuel for your alcohol stove. I recommend denatured alcohol, but you can also use rubbing alcohol. Multivitamins, not truly necessary, but an excellent addition to your main food. Spatula. A spatula is one of the most versatile cooking items there is, and you'll need it for cooking. Utensils. You could bring some plastic utensils, but you're better off with a single, multi-purpose utensil that you can reuse. Water bottle with filter. Although a collapsible water bottle takes up less space, this one is incredibly convenient because the filter is built in. Water purification tablets. Water purification tablets are really great for eliminating harmful bacteria and pathogens that you can't see in the water. Medical supplies. Even the smallest of injuries can have monstrous of consequences in a survival situation. This is why having a complete first aid kit, and being familiar with the items in it, is absolutely essential. Imodium AD. Imodium is anti-diarrhea medicine. It will help keep you from getting dehydrated if you're sick. N95 masks, useful while doing emergency surgery, or if there's dust in the air after a building collapses or explodes. Tourniquet. Some wounds are so severe, bandages aren't enough. Personal hygiene. Personal hygiene is easily the most overlooked category of items when it comes to putting together a bug-out bag, and yet it's so important because sanitation standards are going to drop dramatically in a disaster scenario. Bug spray, not essential, but it will be great to have on hand for keeping mosquitoes and bugs away. Chapstick. Besides the obvious use of helping chapped lips, chapstick has many other uses such as getting a fire going. Dental travel kit, for oral hygiene, obviously. Deodorant. A simple travel-sized antiperspirant deodorant stick is a nice thing to have, especially in warm climates. Hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer is excellent as it can eliminate harmful bacteria. Mirror. Definitely critical to have so you can shave or see injuries on your face, and furthermore, you can use it as a signaling device. Shampoo and conditioner. It's debatable how important it is to keep your hair clean. Soap. This is the most basic personal hygiene item out there. Solar shower. This weighs about a pound and only works if you can stay put during daylight for a few hours, so it might not be worth taking in most scenarios. Sunblock. Sunburn actually comes with a number of bad health detriments, so in the summertime, this will be essential. Towel. Be sure to get a microfiber towel as they are incredibly absorbent and fast drying. Wipes. These are a must so you can keep yourself clean when there are no baths or showers available. Travel size hygiene products. If there are any other hygiene products you don't see on this list but you believe you will need, feel free to include travel sized versions of them in your bag. Shelter and clothing. Whereas fire is meant to keep you warm, a shelter is meant to keep you protected from the elements. Here is a list of the basic shelter items that you should consider including in your bug-out bag. All-weather blanket. Don't settle for Mylar blankets, which are cheap and tear easily. These all-weather blankets are moisture resistant and retain 80% of body heat. Bandana. A candidate for the most versatile survival item of all time, bandanas can be used for dozens of things. Clothes. Always carry an extra set of clothes in your bug-out bag in the event that your existing clothes become wet. Gloves. Leather work gloves are essential for keeping your hands and fingers protected, and warm, while you work. Goggles. Goggles will be necessary for protecting your eyes from dust storms or inclement weather. Hat. I like boonies because they keep the sun out of my eyes. Mylar blankets. Although they're not as good as the all-weather blankets mentioned above, they can be used as a ground sheet. Pantyhose. This is a weird one, but pantyhose can actually be useful in a survival situation because it can be used to pre-filter water, prevent bug bites and blisters, and many other things. Poncho. These aren't just for staying dry when it rains. A good military poncho can be used to make shelter, collect water, make a stretcher, and all sorts of other things. Sleeping bag. These are anywhere from 2 to 4 pounds, so I would only include one if you're bugging out in the winter. Tarp. There are many ways to make a shelter with a tarp. Even if you're an expert at building shelters from scratch, using a tarp is much faster and more convenient. Tools and weapons. Hatchet. This would be very useful if you bug out to the woods and need to build a shelter or chop wood for a fire. Knife. Fixed blade. A fixed blade knife is a no-brainer for survival, and is arguably the most essential survival item of all time. Knife. Folding. A folding tactical knife with a smaller blade will be good as a backup or alternative to your fixed blade knife. Knife. Pocket. A classic Swiss Army pocket knife can be used for more precise work. Machete. A machete is big and bulky, but no one can deny its effectiveness as a defensive weapon or for hacking your way through the brush. Rope tightener. If you have paracord, you'll want this too. Saw. Hand chain. A basic small hand chainsaw can be used as an alternative to a hatchet for cutting through firewood. Scissors. Scissors are a great medical item to have on hand, and can also be used for a number of other things. Shovel. Folding, for digging trenches, shelters, latrines, or for hacking ice, or as a defensive weapon, a folding shovel is not something to overlook. Slingshot and rounds. Don't underestimate the power of a good slingshot. They can be used for bringing down small game without making too much noise, or as a defensive weapon. Miscellaneous items. Duct tape. One of the most versatile of mankind's inventions, duct tape has dozens of uses. Consider getting some multicolored duct tape so you can use it for leaving messages or marking a trail. Earplugs. Most people don't think of earplugs, but they could be very useful in an urban area after a major disaster, where emergency vehicles with loud sirens are constantly passing by. Flash drive. A flash drive can store lots of valuable information for you that you won't want to lose. Since so many of our documents today are electronic/digital, a flash USB drive will be necessary. Important documents. Examples include a copy of driver's licenses, insurance cards, passports, receipts of expensive purchases, such as firearms, medical records, and birth certificates. Keep them all in a waterproof bag such as a Ziploc bag. Money, important for bartering with others or to buy food and water in a post-SHTF world. Ideally, you would bring plenty of cash along with some small silver and gold coins. Pencil sharpener. Using a pencil sharpener is actually a very creative way to get small pieces of tinder. Playing cards, great for passing the time. Make sure you get the kind with survival tips printed on them. Pocket Survival Guide. The SAS Survival Guide is a very compact and yet informative survival book that teaches you everything from creating fires to building shelters, with detailed step-by-step instructions of how to do so. Power Bank. A portable USB power bank is a necessity for a bug-out bag if you have any USB items with you. Ranger bands, great for lashing multiple items together, or for attaching accessories to firearms. Solar battery charger. If you have any rechargeable batteries, you'll need a battery recharger too. Solar panel. Get the kind you can hang on the back of your bug-out bag so you can charge devices while on the move. Trash bags, easily one of the most overlooked survival items of all time. A trash bag can be used for everything from making a raft to a makeshift clothes washer to a shower to a mattress, to name a few things. USB car charger. If you have a bug-out vehicle, don't forget to bring a car charger. USB phone charger. Be sure to get a fast charger so you're not waiting all day to charge your phone. Waterproof case. If you need to store anything that you can't afford to get wet, such as a smartphone, then you better have a waterproof case in your bag. Writing materials. A pen, a pencil, a pad of paper for notes, chalk or Sharpies for leaving messages, and so forth. Zip ties. A good alternative to paracord for building shelters or lashing items together. Ziploc bags, for organizing your stuff and keeping it dry. As we wrap up today's video, if you have any questions or if there are any topics that you would like discussed in the future, let us know in the comment section below. We love to get video ideas from the community. And let us know what you think of today's video as well. We always appreciate input. Be sure to like today's video and subscribe to the channel to learn more about prepping and share the video with others that may have a passion for prepping or are curious about prepping in general. In addition, to support the channel, feel free to click the thanks button below. And lastly, we have put some links to some prepper supplies that you might want to check out in the description below. Thanks for watching the Prepper Almanac.